and welcome to the League of Legends Sunset Series. As on my screen currently, the sun is setting. Um, there we go. Hi, my name is Natural, and I'm with Agent Baguette.
Hey there.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Ready to cast a full day of League of Legends.
A full day of League of Legends. We have
Yes,
a
sir.
pretty loaded tournament up ahead. Our first game today is UBC Premier and Friends versus pokesquad. Now we haven't yet exactly figured out if pokesquad is in reference to Pokemon or Pokimane, the Canadian streamer. But regardless of that, it looks like we're already into Champ Select. So let's get right into it. All right, so it's looking like we've got only the bands here done for now. We've got Silas, Thresh, Kindred band on the blue side here, and on the red side we've got Lysandra, Draven, as well as the Kane band. Now I believe UBC Premier here is on the red side, as we've got ZRM, I know Chiv, I know Slurps, I don't know any of the other ones. While on the blue side here, Giga Random 69 is looking for his first pick. Okay, well, he's just gonna pick the Viego.
Diego, great pick, Pretty strong still, despite all the balance changes with the resets and everything. So I think, if you're going to blind pick a jungler, it's got to be Viego in this.
There are other blind pick junglers. There's Wukong as well. One has been really popular. We've seen Viego, Wukong, as well as Xin Zhao be at the forefront, and Trundle actually be at the forefront of the jungle meta for some while now. So very standard here, first two picks in this draft. Now Shiv, he already decided he's going to be playing for the Trundle, but what is he going to pick for his teammates here? Another good option would be a blind pick support here. Could always opt for that. Slurps is a little bit of a Twitch connoisseur. I know him to be a little bit of a... Okay, well, he's actually going to be looking for the Ezreal here, which is another decent blind pick. Now, there are a lot of really, really strong AD carries right now in this meta, but Slurps going for the Ezreal is actually kind of a surprising one. He definitely has been pretty, focused on the Twitch recently. But I guess Ezreal is going to be his pick for this game.
Yeah, nice and slippery. So just in case if the Viego decides to, put a lot of pressure on that bot lane to try to maybe nullify that lane. Ooh! And the Zeri and Yuumi pick coming out for the bot lane for pokesquad.
Yes, sir. Zeri Yuumi, very, very famous combo at this point. It's becoming a little bit of a staple. Zeri Yuumi in the LCK is known as the Tom and Jerry combo. There's some wordplay because in Korean, for some reason, Zeri is the same as Jerry. Anyways, regardless of the very terrible pun that is not even mine, Zeri and Yuumi will be picked here on the blue side. Very standard, as we said. Victor is going to be the pick here as far as the mid lane concerns. Is Chimichanga Kid an alias for... what's his name? I forgot UBC Premier's mid laner. I forgot who it was. Anyways, it's going to be Chimichanga Kid here on the Victor. I believe it was the same guy as before, but anyways. As more bands come through here, we've got the Karma on the blue side, as well as the Xerath on the right side here as a band. I guess Xerath does perform very well into Victor as you just completely outrange him. I think that's kind of the idea.
Yeah. I mean, if the Victor can't get close enough, then he can't blow you up, right? So that's pretty much their gameplay right here. Victor, though, with a very high win rate currently. So still pretty strong pick.
Oh, yeah.
Great mid pick as the Karma is now banned out too. So I guess focusing more now on some of the support picks.
I'm very excited. Okay, I'm not sure how many of the players on UBC Premier side are currently active members of UBC Premier. Oh, okay. Yep, something's happening. On UBC Premier's team are on the main roster and are actually the part of the UBC Premier and Friends. But I'm excited to see it regardless, because most likely I'll also be casting this UBC Premier team during the year. It's looking good here. As the Nautilus is going to be picked here, a little bit of a resin sleeper pick, not gonna lie. I've seen Nautilus in so many games at this point, I kind of want to sleep every time I see him, but that's okay. He is paired with the Ezreal, so I'm expecting Slurps to be playing basically 1v2 in this lane against the Zeri Yuumi, as he is playing the Ezreal, so, pretty safe lane pick, and then you let the Nautilus roam around the map, as Camille is going to be the pick here for the top side for Giga Random 69.
Yeah, Camille, very good at just roaming because of her movement. A lot of true damage, so that's going to be pretty good against the Nautilus, who typically builds pretty tanky later on in the game. So we'll see if that makes a big of a difference here for the Camille. Definitely Trundle v Camille. Not
Azir.
exactly sure who.
It's also
should
like a
come out.
Trundle jungle, and they have a top counter pick here. As it's going to be the Sejuani here in the top lane, most likely. We're going to see here in the swaps who it's going to go to, but we've seen a lot of Sejuani top recently. The TP Ignite has been tech on the Sejuani for a while now. It's really entertaining. I really like it. I find it hilarious how Sejuani can 100 to 0 pretty much any matchup if she has Ignite. I find it particularly hilarious. As Subaru Natsuki with the extra weeb IGN here on the Azir is going to be the late game carry here on the side of pokesquad. I actually have casted pokesquad before, I just don't remember from where, and I don't recognize any of the IGNs, so either my memory is really bad or something else. But regardless, it looks like here on the blue side we have like a pretty high skill ceiling type of composition where if you play this composition really well, you can absolutely destroy UBC Premier, and the front to back team fight is like pretty decent. I mean, Zeri and Azir have like a free front line to hit. Trundle, Nautilus, Sejuani, it's really easy for them to hit that, right?
Yeah, definitely. They have like pretty good picks for pretty much all like times in the game too. I think the Viego, pretty early game, early to mid game for the Viego, and then Zeri and Azir, they just they scale pretty hard, as well as the Camille, if they do get online, will be pretty good, like I said earlier, with the true damage. And of course, you can't count out the Yuumi, right? The Yuumi, a lot of healing, a lot of extra speed to the Zeri, and even like the Azir.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, that healing is just pretty insane to
Pretty
deal
crazy.
with. On the other hand, though, a lot of tanks coming through for the side of the UBC Premier with the Sejuani, the Trundle, the Nautilus. So the Camille actually might get a ton of value with the true damage Qs that she provides. Ezreal, though, also quite slippery. I would say maybe Zeri is, one-ups the Ezreal a little bit there in terms of slipperiness. But if they play this Nautilus Ezreal bot lane well, then they might be able to get the ball rolling. Same thing with Victor. I think definitely for UBC Premier, they're going to have to definitely put more pressure on the mid and bot side, because I don't really see the Sejuani being able to carry late. They'll just, like, the Sejuani will just be a big body and a tool for engage later on. But yeah, we'll see how things go.
Personally, these two team compositions are pretty interesting. So I think on the blue side we have a lot of scaling, right? It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Camille, Zeri, Azir, Yuumi. All four of them are scaling champions. Camille is a little bit less scaly than the other three, but Azir, Zeri, Yuumi are turbo scaling champions. Don't really do much until they get to at least a few items. But on the red side here, we've got a little bit more of a early to mid game focused team composition. We've got the Sejuani, the Trundle that all function extremely well in the early game, especially in the top side 2v2 is going to be absolutely deadly here from the Sej Trundle. The Nautilus as well can always go on roams. The Victor Ezreal also scale. So we've got scaling options on both sides. The question for me is, will UBC Premier be able to find the picks, be able to find the engage? Because that's one thing that here on the side of pokesquad that you don't really have that much of is engage. You have Camille, which is somewhat engaged. You have Azir, you've got the Shurima Shuffle, you've got the Yuumi Ultimate, but those aren't really solid engages. While on the other hand, UBC Premier and friends, they've got some really solid engage. They've got the Sejuani Ultimate, they've got the Nautilus Ultimate, the Nautilus Hook. Trundle Pillar is a decent one as well. So for me, it's going to be looking towards whether UBC Premier can find the engage and delete the Zeri, the Azir, or the Yuumi before the fight gets too long, in which case I feel like it's definitely going to be going into favor of the pokesquad once those fights get really extended. Once the Azir, the Zeri, and the Yuumi get to really pumping deeps, pumping those heals, and just non-stop get those fights going longer and longer. We're on the side of UBC Premier. I mean, you've got tanks. What is a tank going to do once he blows all his abilities? Not really much.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot about the duration of the fight, the angle of the fight, and I believe as well the execution. I think the execution on the side of UBC Premier is a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Nautilus and Sejuani, right?
Yeah.
They're not exactly complicated champions to pilot, which is a, no flame or anything. It's just the reality of it. So, who are your bets on?
I think I really like pokesquad's overall team comp. I think they have like all their bases covered. They have, I guess, like The only problem is not much of a tank, but the Yumi, I guess, counteracts that a little bit. And if there's like, I'm not sure if Azir builds spell vamp nowadays, but if there's a little bit of vamp there, Zeri's very slippery. Yumi can provide a lot of disengage as well with the ultimate. So we'll see if they can
play around the engage. Yeah,
for sure. Definitely, like you were saying earlier, the UBC will have to be pretty surgical in who they pick, because they can't just go in and with the Zeri, it's kind of tough to hit, right?
Yeah.
It's too fast. So
it's gonna be up to pokesquad.
Yeah.
See, I feel like the burden on winning this game is a lot more on them than it is on UBC Premier. As we're gonna get right into this game right now. As okay, well, it looks like pretty much as expected here. We've got ZRM on the Sejuani with the Ignite and Teleport on the Sejuani top. And Giga Random is actually matching that with the Ignite TP as well as the Grasp. So a pretty similar matchup here, except obviously their champions are very different, but we don't talk about that. As Tyson here opting for the Ghost. This is something that I've seen a lot more now, especially on champions like Zeri, scaling champions like the Sivir as well. Love opting into the Ghost here, which, I mean, I honestly think is a fantastic choice, especially if you have a Yumi on your side because your heal is not as valuable. So Ghost, they are a very good option. I like it.
Yeah. Extra slippery.
Extra slippery.
So, I guess they both know their win cons, right? For Zeri there, you gotta make sure you run away, stay alive, and the Ghost will most definitely help with that, as blue side will get a red leash for Lebanese, so maybe hoping to look top a little early when they do decide to path upwards. And for the red side, they will start red as well, so pretty much a mirror matchup. And for them, maybe potentially looking to path towards that bottom lane. Both sides know, which lanes need to scale hard, and it looks like they're going to be pathing towards them.
All right, as we're just figuring stuff out here. It's okay. It's the settings, no worries. We're actually spectating it through my account, which is pretty funny. But regardless, Saren here is going to hit the level 2. Is going to hit the hook onto the Yumi as well. It means that there's no W available. Corsola is going to take a bunch of damage there with the PTA Ezreal. It's heavy, but it's not lethal, as the Yumi can always reattach. And for now, pokesquad will be just fine.
Yeah, great engage though. If that's a showing of what's to come there, then it might be quite an interesting game, as the Yumi now forced to burn one of the pots that they have purchased. But like you said, not too big of a deal early game. Yumi with the healing and can reattach as well, as there's an engaged top here.
ZRM is going to get stunned. He doesn't have the flash, remember, and the Arctic Assault isn't available, which means his first blood here from Lebanese on the Viego. And that's going to be a really solid first blood here for pokesquad.
And that's the red start right there, allowing the jungler to really path up top, get the lane pressure there, and most definitely trying to scale that lane, try to make sure the Sejuani is useless there, in the early game at least. Viego picking up that kill allows them to really pressure more areas of the map as well, once they do get strong. So yeah, playing quite well to their win cons here so far.
So very interesting pathing here from the Viego. He went red into Raptor's Gromp, it looks like. So that's one of the pathing that, I mean, it gets you to top lane fast, and you have the red buff, so your gank potential is definitely pretty good. But if you mess up that gank, you are so deep down in the gutter that it's very hard to come back from. But he managed to pull off the gank, and it was a very successful one at that. ZRM did have to blow his teleport. Now, the good news is he didn't miss that much minions or that much of a wave because of that teleport. But he still is going to give away that first blood, and Lebanese will be able to get a little bit of an empowered recall here, getting the recurve buzz, top of a refill potion, and a pick ward is going to feel pretty good here. Meanwhile, Shiv did go for a fairly traditional full clear. Trundle, I mean, I feel like Trundle doesn't necessarily need a full clear. He can definitely either full clear or early gank. It doesn't really matter too much. But opting here for the full clear as Shiv.
Yeah, and just like that, the gold lead starting to build for the blue side here. Both junglers pretty even on farm as well, so the Viego being able to get that gank in early really helps out the blue side there, as pokesquad are looking to really snowball into the rest of this game. Camille, though, not able to really get much of a CS lead here as the Sejuani will just decide to push the lane in.
Yeah, that's a really fat wave. Unfortunately, Chiv just isn't there for the dive. That was maybe a possible dive, but Gigarandom is going to be just fine here, which means that he's going to pick up a lot of the CS, a lot of the XP, and is going to be ahead of ZRM. But, I mean, it is Sejuani, right? It doesn't matter too much how far ahead or far behind you are.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're going to be doing just fine anyways. As Tyson here in Slurps, still no recalls on the bot lane, which definitely favors Slurps since he is on the tier, which means that he is just chilling, just farming, stacking up his tier. And he's most likely going to get a very early evolved Murder Mana here. Well, already 138 stacks on the tier, not bad at all. As that W is just going to get more lethal. I don't know if you've seen clips recently from Zeri's W, but it is pretty insane where he gets to 3 items.
Yeah, they're just, I guess, looking forward to that. You know, a little bit of a farm fest here, bot, especially with the Yuumi. Not too much going on with that kind of support. Not a lot of roaming. Whereas Saren here on the Nautilus will look to roam early, maybe try to impact a couple more lanes. And yeah, we'll see them pathing towards that mid side.
Yep.
Trundle now.
Chiv is going to be doing the dragon here. He has priority in top, or excuse me, in the middle lane. So he'll be able to get it very easily. It's a pretty solid champion to get early dragons on as well. As this early dragon, I believe, is the Ocean Dragon, if I saw correctly.
I think Infernal.
Infernal,
yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. Infernal Dragon, the value of those elemental dragons has increased dramatically in the recent patches, and Infernal Dragon is definitely one of the stronger ones. So we're going to be very happy there. A little bit of an increase in damage. Slurps on his recall did opt into the Sheen, which is going to be feeling very nice here. And for now, top lane just chilling. Once again, ZRM just farming, taking his time. As this game was definitely slowed down a little bit.
Yeah. Infernal Dragon, great to get, but also great to deny for the other side as Gigarandom looks for a little bit of damage here. They do trade, and looks like the Camille has slightly won out there. Not too big of a surprise. As, you know, we get back to the farm fest here.
Yep. Libany's here looking for a dive onto the Sejuani, but Chiv is here to cover. Very good awareness there from him. And these dives are going to be called off here as ZRM actually might be in danger once again, but they're looking for it, but they know the Trundle is here. As a Saren, that could have been a very dangerous hook if that actually landed. I think he's kind of happy that that landed on a minion and not onto Tyson. Yeah, for now, just more farming for now. It's relatively slow. As I feel like this definitely favors pokesquad over UBC Premier, as we talked about the scaling earlier. As the hook, once again, not gonna hit. And Zeri Yuumi definitely become a lot scarier after the level 6. But at level 5, they really don't have that much pressure. As ZRM is taking a lot of damage here. The grand challenge will actually be issued. ZRM is taking down to the Ignite, and he is going to go down. Gigarandom finds a solo kill onto ZRM and bring pokesquad 2-0.
Yeah, just a little overzealous there from ZRM. Getting a little low, not really respecting the damage output that Camille has. And yeah, definitely pays the price. Ultimate is down. I think both Ignites burned there as well. But, you know, the Camille just has a little bit more damage.
Yeah, I mean, ZRM was on a Doran's shield, and that's it. So definitely not a lot of items there for ZRM. Played a little bit too aggressively, a little bit too greedy there. Just miscalculating how much damage output was available for Gigarandom 69, which means that he will get another kill and a gold lead. It's not the most massive gold lead we've ever seen, 1k at 9 minutes. It's not terrible, but considering that you've got such a good scaling team composition, 1k at this point in the game, you're definitely going to be happy with.
Yeah, most definitely, as Viego was spotted out in that try. Looking to provide a little bit of action there bot lane. Trundle is there as well as Subaru Natsuki, just a ton of poke damage onto the Victor.
Going for the 2v2, they have the ultimate, but this is a bait. Slurps and Saren. Chiv is right here. The E forward, this is the moment to strike. The ultimate from the Nautilus is going to hit. Chiv is going to be able to take the kill. Chiv is actually flashing on top of the cat, but there's really not enough damage there. No follow-up either. So Corsola is going to be able to live, but Tyson's certainly not going to say the same here. As UBC Premier, take a kill. will take a plate and recall.
Yeah, and that's a great fight for UBC Premier there. Great bait as well,
Oh, yeah.
allowing Zeri to just free hit you to, gain a little bit of confidence, right? And a little bit of an ego challenge there as well as great ultimate coming out for the Nautilus. Big knock-up, and then massive damage from, I think that was the Ezreal ult as well, and the E. So exactly what they want right there. They want to, shut down the Zeri a little early. Maybe don't let them get, too strong with the farm, and try to win like that. And that's a step in the right direction for them.
I mean, the trigger for the whole thing was when Tyson E'd in, right? You saw it as soon as he E'd in. They were like, okay, go. All buttons were pressed. Tyson exploded. Didn't even have the opportunity to flash. He did have it available for him, I believe. But just didn't have the time to use it as he was just perma-knocked up. Saren, looking for the roam here, is going to be able to find Subarunatsuki. He's going to take a big chunk of damage. He's going to fail the EQ as well, but he's still going to be fine. His Azir is relatively hard to gank, and he's going to be able to make it out.
And there's the roaming from the, I guess, the free support there. Nautilus with great knock-up, great CC. So, after getting that lane pressure, just able to walk up and, try to get their Victor ahead as well. Unfortunately, Victor not enough damage output yet. Even the ultimate wasn't able to provide enough damage. But yeah, there's the roam right there, and we'll probably look for a little bit more later on.
ZRM and Giga Random is in a 1v1 right now. He's going to be stun locked. Giga Random isn't going to be able to make it out. In the mid lane, we also had a gank. Chimichanga Kid had to expand the flash there. Most likely had a type of a Shurima shuffle situation as the ultimate is down onto Subaru Natsuki as well. As the Rift Herald is going to be proc, Subaru Natsuki is going to be splitting the gold. Chimichanga Kid is going to die here, but Lebanese is also going to die as he was stunned in the gravity field post-death from Chimichanga Kid, which results in a 1-for-1 with the turret plays dropping here in the favor of Subaru Natsuki. Definitely a worth play here for pokesquad.
Yeah, most definitely a worth play, but good damage control from UBC Premier. Able to shut down the Shelly really quick, not letting them get a second charge. They did get a lot of plates on the side of pokesquad, but, with the kill and the trade, UBC Premier, I guess, did the best they could with what they were given there.
And they also got the dragon.
Yeah.
Second dragon of the game, relatively early into the game as well. It's an Ocean Drake, which is also fantastic at this stage of the game, especially when you have team compositions that can poke each other a little bit, like the Zeri, like the Azir. You're definitely going to be happy with that extra regen. And they are on a path for a Hextech Soul, which is a very, very powerful soul. I mean, at this point, I feel like any soul is very powerful. As you can see, the damage here from Serps is very, very decent. As I believe, once again, that is a bait. Shiv is here once again, and Serps Eing in is nothing more but tricks for Tyson and Corsola to bite. But this time, they might not bite it quite yet. I believe they're waiting for a counter gank maybe as well. But the Viego isn't here. He's in mid lane. He's waiting patiently. The Victor doesn't have flash, and Subaru Natsuki does have the Shurima Shuffle available.
Uses the ultimate there as well. Not sure if it hit, but the Narkle has now recalled. Trying not to waste too much time here waiting for a bot gank. As, things have started to slow down a little bit, but like you said, that Ocean Soul,
Oh my god.
or that Ocean Drag, excuse me, really, costing pokesquad. Not a ton of...
Oh my god, Tyson is eating every single Q under the sun. He can't dodge a Q for his life.
Yeah, not a ton of objective or neutral objective control from pokesquad. Even though they are winning in terms of engages, in terms of kills, they are 1 up and 2k up in the gold. They work on their objective control there, as the Ocean Drag really would have helped them in this laning phase. And you saw there that the Zeri was just taking massive damage. You either dodge or you get the Ocean Drag, and they were doing neither. So it's looking rough as the Camille goes in, but great bait once again. ZRM.
Random here, he's getting fairly low. Is he going to be able to find the trade kill into ZRM? No, he's not going to be able to find it. Shiv goes on a killing spree as he seems to be at the right place at the right time every single time this game.
Yeah, Shiv just, saying, hey, bait for me. I want to sit in this bush, just bait. And with the overconfidence...
He's looking for it. He's going to find the Shurima Shuffle onto the Sejuani. ZRM is low, but he's not dead quite yet. He will die eventually, though. He has a teleporter, but I don't think he's going to risk it. Just going to go down here to the Azir. That was a very nice roam from the Azir. But look at the mid lane in the meantime. Chimichanga Kid, he's taking down the turret. He's chilling. And, okay, Tyson is pretty far up in this lane. Tens, are you sure you want to be doing this is my question. Nautilus' ultimate is going to hit. So is the Ezreal, but nice flash there. It was a little bit later. Might have been a dangerous situation, but Tyson is just going to expand the flash and get out.
Yeah, beautiful flash there, but you know, the fact that they had to use it was would have been nice to have later on in the game, or later on maybe in the laning phase, as probably for the rest of the duration they will not have that one. Again, a little overzealous from the Zeri, overextending a little bit, thinking they're invincible with the Yuumi on them, and we saw a little earlier that, you know, that is definitely not the case. But luckily for them, Shiv is just farming in the jungle, so not no punish there from, you know, the side of UBC Premier.
Yep. As you see the pressure here in the lanes, very different. UBC Premier, a lot of pressure on this bot side. Tyson has to be careful. He's going to use that to dodge away. Still eating those Qs is going to hurt a lot. As now it's turning into a 3v3, but Shiv taking a lot of damage. He's actually going to get shut down by the Viego. He gets the reset as well, looking for the pillar. Nautilus is going to flash on the other side of it, but with the chase, Saren is going to expand the stopwatch. Damage from Slurps isn't negligible, but he's going to miss that Q. Finds the ultimate onto nothing. Tyson ease in. I think that was a little bit risky, Tyson. He's going to go down. Saren, very, very low on HP, but still alive. Finds the flash as well as the stun onto Slurp. And he's going to go down. There's only Chimichanga left. Oh, I don't know about that one, bro. Oh, that one hurt. But regardless, it is still a very good play here for pokesquad. Finding the shutdown onto the Trundle here. The Viego now 4-1 is going to be massive in this game.
Yeah, that's just great shot calling on the side of pokesquad here. Just to turn on Shiv just like that. Great usage of the Yuumi ulti as well. And, you know, it just seems like they're on the same page right now. The call was made super quick, and Shiv was just deleted, and instantly that fight was disadvantageous for the side of UBC Premier.
I think Shiv was sitting on a lot of gold.
Yeah.
I think he had a lot. He seemed very, very, like, way too fragile considering his items now. So I think he was most likely sitting on a lot of gold, and Lebanese already had access to the board, so he just cut through him.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a little bit of a misplay. But UBC Premier able to bring it back slightly, and I guess the flash Azir ulti, you know, is a little bit unlucky for them, but you know,
Giga Random might be looking for the 1v1 here, breaking his skull open. Oh my god, didn't even have to use the ultimate. He didn't even have it. He's still going to be able to find it here. Teleport coming in from the blue side. They want to contest this Hextech Dragon. They have a numbers advantage, so this is uncontestable from the side of UBC Premier. And UBC Premier and friends, they're finding themselves in a very tough situation. Already seems like they are getting outscaled in 2k gold difference, as well as now they don't even have access to that soul if they wanted to. Giga Random is going in 1v4. What are you doing? Huh? Why would you do that, Giga Random?
A little bit of a questionable play there from Giga Random.
Huh?
Maybe the 1v1 gave them a little bit too much confidence there, as you know, they just, you know, stroll into their death.
I mean, I respect it, I guess.
Yeah. Through all that chaos, though, Hextech Drag was able to be secured from the side of pokesquad. That's the first drag for them of the game, as UBC Premier will now want to grab this Rift Herald just as a consolation right there.
Yep. pokesquad, not even going to try to contest it. I think that's the right decision here. You are far ahead in this game, especially considering the team composition and the fact that you have one Hextech Drake under your belt. You don't really have to do much. You don't necessarily have to get another Rift Herald. So just going to chill, farm a little bit. As a checking kid, has to be a little bit careful, but he'll be fine. As now Lebanese with this Yuumi on top of him is such a menace. I mean, this Viego is ready to carry this game.
Yeah, and that's the early game that the Viego provides here. A lot of roams, a lot of potential for ganks, and really showed it there from
Supernatsuki looking for the 1v1 onto ZRM, taking a bunch of damage. He doesn't quite... He has access to the ultimate here. Mostly going to try to get out of vision. Now the teleport is actually coming in from Chimichanga Kid. Are they going to look for the kill? Yes, they will. Supernatsuki here is most likely dead. Not that much of an outplay potential. ZRM, though, is going to be able to find him, and that should be a very easy kill. But it's the shutdown that goes over to Sejuani, and that's a little bit... Unlucky.
Yeah. Now the Sejuani is worth a little bit more gold, and
Yeah.
Chimichanga Kid unable to, buy a little bit more with that money that would have been nice to have on the
That's
Victor
a little
there.
bit in the in for sure.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of a tilt going on now, so we'll see if that breaks up the squad a little bit. But I'm always there for the
How are the team
drama.
comms?
Yeah,
That's my question.
I would love to know right now. But yeah, UBC Premier able to stabilize the gold lead, cut down very significantly now, only about 500 up for the side of pokesquad. So all things considered, even though UBC Premier are pretty much losing every single team fight so far,
They've been finding picks.
yeah, they're doing well. They're, engaging where they can and picking their fights pretty decently so far. So we'll see if they're able to bring it back. But, like we're saying in the draft phase, pokesquad do scale a little bit harder. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
They do scale a little bit harder. And the Viego is just so damn fed, man. I mean, really, this entire game is now resting on Lebanese's shoulders. If pokesquad win, it's most likely thanks to Lebanese. If pokesquad lose, it's most likely thanks to Lebanese. That's kind of how it works here in this game.
Jungle Gap, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Even though Shiv played very well, but he's a Trundle.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly out to him anymore. As I'm very curious what Slurps is going to go for in terms of items here. He already has the Menimune, or the Mermon, excuse me, as well as the Essence Reaver. Of course, he also has the Serrated Dirk, which indicates to me that he's most likely going to be looking for his mythic item on third. But I'm questioning which one he's going to go for, as it seems like UBC Premier have an inkling that Lebanese is here. They're not going to go for it quite yet. Shiv, he's going to get caught here, has the stun, is going to use the ultimate as well, going to make him a little bit more tanky. Nautilus ultimate is going to follow Lebanese, but there's no follow-up here. And he already has quite a lot of tenacity, so he's just going to walk out.
Yeah, all the buttons pressed just to negate that pick right there from Lebanese. Lebanese choosing to be a little aggro, feels invincible with the Yumi, but there's
God damn it, I fucking hate this champion.
I
I cannot fucking stand this champion. I got a rant about it. I'm sorry. Yumi, I just cannot stand that champion. You make, anyways, I feel like most League players know what I'm talking about. As Lebanese here, extremely strong. Let's see what he goes for his third item. I actually like the itemization here. He has the Iceborne Gauntlet, making him such a threat for the front line as well as the back line. You can just stick onto people so easily, and it makes him so much more durable. As it looks like he might be going for Death Dance, which is an excellent item choice.
Yeah, great item choice indeed. Pretty meta right now.
Yeah.
A lot of survivability as well. So, on top of the Yumi, on top of the resets, you have that. That's going to, make him unstoppable pretty much. We're going to have to see someone either blow him up real fast, hit him with every single CC there is in the book, and potentially they might die, but Lebanese right now feeling good, feeling like God.
I mean, that's why the Iceborne Gauntlet is such a good item choice in my eyes, because even if he gets CC'd down, there's a chance that he actually survives. He is so damn tanky, especially with this Yumi on top of him, that it's actually going to be really hard. Now, the rest of pokesquad are viable options here. Even though they are slippery, they are not immune, as looks like now we're going to be fighting for this fourth dragon of the game. It's UBC Premier that have control over the river, that have vision control, and they want to use Slurps as a poking tool before this dragon actually starts. They want to land as much Qs as possible. Nautilus ultimate is going to be found on Super Natsuki, but there's no follow-up here. Yumi ultimate as well, the last chapter going to be used, but it's only ZRM in the front line that's tanking it all up. He's going to find a very nice ultimate, but Nautilus hook isn't going to hit. Dragon up to 6k. Look at the flank from Giga Random 69, though. They have a very, very nice angle here. Slurps is pretty far up. Giga Random has to be careful, though. Goes for a 3-man Shurima shuffle. It's one reset for the Viego already. 2 down on the side of UBC Premier. They're going to get a run down here. Saren, there's no damage left. UBC Premier, there's no fight to be found. Giga Random is actually going to go in. Slurps is going to die as well to the Camille. There's nothing for UBC Premier left to do. They're going to live for just a little bit longer here, as Lebanese is going to get sunned up, but it doesn't matter. It's the ace for pokesquad. Beautiful Shurima shuffle from Subaru. Natsuki is going to be able to find pokesquad to fight as well as the dragon.
What an engage there. Wow, I'm stunned. Just like, I guess, the entirety of UBC Premier that fight. Great disengage from the Sejuani. beautiful ultimate there to, you know, lock up the most important members of the side of pokesquad. But pokesquad, with the Yuumi, able to heal a little bit back up and look for a big engage there. I think the Viego went in first, as well as the Camille, and then just out of nowhere, the Shurima shuffle coming in for the Azir. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there.
Tyson is going to have to flash out here, but he flashes straight into the wall instead of over it. Chiv is just running him down here. Tyson is going to get chomped one more time. He has the pill. Oh! The ultimate is actually going to take him down there. That's a rare one. I've honestly never seen a Trundle ultimate actually kill someone. As, well, that's a little bit of an oopsie there from Tyson. But, I mean, it doesn't matter that much. pokesquad here, all they have to do is make sure that UBC Premier don't take the Baron. As ZRM here is just going to Arctic Assault his way out. More like Arctic Retreat, am I right? Anyways, UBC Premier are going to start off this Baron with this man advantage that they have. Giga Random does have the teleport, though. Super Nazi is actually TPing on the other side of this Baron pit. Is going to find some damage onto ZRM. UBC Premier, this is a very risky Baron. I know you want to flip it because you're getting outscaled, but it's a really risky one. Going to find the engage onto Giga Random 69. They have to blow up this Camille before the fight gets too long. Super Natsuki finds a nice Shurima shuffle once again. The ultimate from the Viego is so good. It's 2 kills already. Make that 3. It's only Saren left alive. He's going to go down as well. Slurps is the only one left alive onto UBC Premier. And the grand challenge will be issued. Slurps will get his skull cracked by the Camille, and pokesquad are running UBC Premier over.
Yeah, and it looks like they'll look to end. No, they're just going to crack open the base possibly and then also grab this Baron. But great disengage from the Azir allows, you know, the whole team, the whole pokesquad to roll up and take him down there, as Lebanese and Tyson just had a field day. Just free hitting all of them, and the Camille, of course, you know, diving into the back line, able to pick up slurps as well. I'll slurp him down real quick, just like I'm slurping down this Red Bull. Beautiful stuff there, though, and you know, it's a good idea from UBC Premier. You know,
it's a correct idea.
Pretty far down in the game, they gotta do something. They
gotta do something.
Flip it a little bit, and unfortunately, Baron just does a lot of damage at this stage of the game, and just unable to, you know, burst it down in time.
With the comp that UBC Premier have, they have to be decisive, right?
Yeah.
You have to use those ultimates at the same time, focus someone down, explode them, and go on to your next target. But the problem is, they are not coordinated well enough to just have those CC chains lock Giga Random 69 down, lock the Viego down. Lebanese here, he's such a threat that he just face checks straight into the pit. No vision. Absolute Giga Chat is going to take the Nautilus down first, and he's going to use the hook to find his next target. Chimichanga Kid, he's going down very low, though. He's going to get shut down by Chiv, and now the Yuumi goes down as well. This is actually a fighting chance. Chiv is such a massive trundle, but will he actually be able to survive?
Wow!
Oh, the Cho'Gath are on the queue. Giga Random 69 does so much damage on this Khalil. Is going to find a double kill. It's only Slurps left alive once again. The poor guy wasn't even in the fight.
Yeah, that's the problem with this pokesquad team, is that, you know, anyone could pop off. You know, you see the Azir getting 2 massive Shurima shuffles in both those last fights, and then, you know, take down Lebanese. There's a Camille there, cracking your skull open with her legs. Man, I wish I was UBC Premier right now.
Or Brother Asian Baguette is down bad right now for Mommy Camille, but regardless, that's a lot of damage, indeed, from any champion on the side of pokesquad right now. I mean, even the Yuumi is doing a bunch of damage right now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty rough right now for UBC Premier. I think at this point the wallet gap has come into the effect of this game, as well as the comp gap and the Hextech Dragon gap. It's starting to accumulate to the point where UBC Premier is really over the tipping point at this time in the game. As may I remind you that this is a best of 1. So UBC Premier, they lose this game, they're out.
Yeah. You know, you don't have a map 2 or 3 to redeem yourself here. This is it.
This is it.
Not exactly sure if are they eliminated after this?
I'm not sure about the
No, they're not eliminated after this. But you know, it would be nice to get a dub.
As Super Natsuki is actually going to miss the Shurima shuffle, get stunned under the turret, and that's an opportunity UBC Premier will take, as the Yuumi is going to go down as well. Turbo int there from the Azir once again. Flip a coin. Sometimes the Shurima shuffle is good, sometimes it's really not. As Giga Random is on the run here, but instead of 1v4, he's not going to be able to do too much here. This Chimichanga Kid, wow, actually might be able to get out here. Giga Random, no. Okay, he is on cooldown. And the shutdown crucially goes over to Chimichanga Kid. And UBC Premier, they keep finding these opportunities to actually come back into the game.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a bait here from pokesquad, just like
They're gonna find a
teasing
dragon.
them. But yeah, third dragon. It's good that they're denying this third Hex Tech for pokesquad. And that will bring them to Soul Point here as well. So, you know, we'll see if they're able to secure that Soul Point. That Soul Point's going to be massive if they are able to. It is a Hex Tech Soul Point. So they will have, I believe it's Execute for Hex Tech? Or
No,
did they nerf that?
Hextech is attack speed and ability haste.
Yeah, so that's going to be massive to deny and also
really
get
good, though.
for the Victor and the Ezreal as well.
Ezreal with Hextech Soul is really, really good. As well as, I mean, Trundle is fine as well, but it's not really the point in this game. But Shiv is actually doing quite a lot of damage. I mean, considering the fact that he's playing on Trundle, looking at his build, he's definitely going for a lot more offensive a build than a lot of the Trundles that we can see in pro play, where they just go full tank with the Iceborne Gauntlet into like a Thornmail or something like that. This guy has a Titanic Hydra. I mean, he actually can do damage to pokesquad's front line if they go a little bit too deep, as we saw Subaru Natsuki do a few times in a row at this point.
And with those objective bounties up now as well, it only takes maybe a tower or two to get UBC Premier right back into it. We'll see, though, as it's going to be tough to outscale this pokesquad team.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have a tiny window to find the win. And
For the Hextech Soul.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not going to be, you know, too easy for them to do. So we'll see if they're able to pull it off as pokesquad very wisely here decide to group up. They know they pretty much win a decent amount of these fights as long as they don't, you know, throw and have Giga Random go in 1v5. But yeah, same thing with UBC Premier. They're going to group as well. They're going to leave the Ezreal just to farm, just to get a little stronger. And, you know, we'll see if that style of play is going to allow them to, you know, find that win window.
It's Hextech Soul or Bust for UBC Premier. And that is coming up fairly soon, I believe. We don't have the objective timers, but that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll see it pop up eventually. So now the Zeri is on 3 items. She's on the absolutely cursed 3 items for the Zeri, which means that now her W does a billion gajillion damage. As ZRM is eating fat true damage there to his face as well. Giga Random also doing a big chunk of the damage, but he might be going a little bit too far. He's going to have the Nautilus ultimate, but he should be fine here. Realistically, I don't really see this play outputting into anything. As I like the Victor is here, it is doing a lot of damage. Giga Random isn't going to be able to find the 1-for-1. Saren is going to take that kill, but that's still a very good pick here for UBC Premier, delaying the game until that Dragon Soul. As I was wrong, I didn't see Chimichanga Kid there, so that's my bad. As I mean, in the meantime, pokesquad are looking for a topside play, but they're not going to be able to find anything. The wave clear from the Ezreal is more than good enough to just delay once again.
And that's a big kill to pick up there. Like I said earlier, like the only way pokesquad can lose this is if they get picked out. And, you know, that's the start right there. Giga Random, once again, going in, getting baited into a 1v3, will pay with their life. And even though the support picks up the kill, that gold is very valuable and will make the Nautilus a little harder to kill.
I mean, it's not even about the gold at this point. It's more about just like delaying the game, right? You just don't want the game to end as UBC Premier, because at this point, pokesquad, if they find one good engage, the game is over. Right?
Yeah, most definitely.
So it's about UBC Premier. It's all about scraping by, surviving until the next objectives are on the map. As we say that, the Baron is on the map. The pokesquad not opting to just burst it down, and UBC Premier are here for it. And they're walking very carefully. They know that if they get caught with the wrong Shuriba Shuffle, it's all doomed. So they're going to be very careful. They're just going to put some vision down, contest the mid-wave, by the book here from UBC Premier and pokesquad. We don't want to see any more of that. People getting caught, getting baited, 1v5 Shuriba Shuffle type of thing. Let's play it by the book, guys. Come on.
Yeah, as as we say that, the Camille is in the bot lane. Of course, providing that pressure so that, you know, maybe
That's
they
all
can
good.
secure the Baron. But, you know, we'll see if they decide to overextend into the whole squad. But this Baron is now being started here from the
Going
side
down
of pokesquad.
so fast.
Yeah, ton of damage from the Azir, and this area
4K,
just melts
3K. Gonna try to at least find a steal here. They're waiting patiently. They're waiting for Shift to flash into the Baron pit or do something stupid. They're just holding it at 3K. The Yumi heals are there. Slurps, everyone's showing up And look at Giga Random 69 in the bot lane. He's pressuring. He's going to be able to get at least one turret here. As Shiv is actually opting for a recall, but if you recall here, they have a free smite. There's no smite to contest it here. But Shiv has to stay. But who can take the Camille into 1v1? ZRM that is going to look for the recall here. No, they're actually recalling. The inhibitor is already down. There's nothing that they can... What?
That
UBC
is...
Premier just making a terrible macro call there, I feel like. At least go for the steal. You have Shiv. He has Flash. You could have 50-50'd it, but instead they're just going to try to look for a pick on to this Camille, but they're not going to be able to find it. And UBC Premier lose everything here. They lose the inhibitor. They lose the Baron. They lose control over the Dragon Pit. And now their window to win this game is just completely gone.
Yeah, that's just indecisive shot calling there from UBC Premier. Not sending the right people back, and then also not trying to go for the steal. Did Shiv even flash into the pit? I don't think he did. He still has it up. So, you know, they just gave the win away. No dragon, no soul, no Baron, no inhib, and one of them's already wide open with the top one here about to be blown open as the wave gets pushed in. And it just looks like they, I guess, threw it away.
I don't like the starfish technique. It's not for me. The lay in bed, do nothing, and get fucked. It's not my thing. Regardless, UBC Premier here now defending their base. Once again, Giga Random here is not on the plate this time. It's actually Lebanese, but the teleport is coming in from the Camille as well. They're trying to one-shot the Viego, but it's absolutely not working. As meanwhile, the Camille is 1v5 into the backline, but she's not going to be able to find much. The Shurima shuffle onto 4 is so massive. The damage from pokesquad. There's no way UBC Premier can come back from that type of engage. It's a double kill, a triple kill for the Zeri. pokesquad, they took their time, but they were able to find the game.
And then another nasty Azir Shurima shuffle there, and you know, what a poetic way to close it. You know, game blown wide open with that first one. That game ended with the last one, and yeah.
Oh man.
You know, UBC Premier spread their eggs too thin there. Put one egg in each basket. Couldn't save the base. Couldn't get the Baron. Couldn't get the Soul. And
you gotta commit to something, UBC Premier. God damn it.
Very indecisive.
Unfortunately, the indecisiveness here from UBC Premier, from our boys and girls and people, I don't know, anything is fine, is going to cost them the game here for UBC Premier. We were talking about it in draft. We were already like, UBC Premier has the engage. They have the tools to do it. They just have to press the buttons.
Yeah.
They didn't press the buttons.
They didn't press any buttons. Yeah.
Baron was going down. They were like, "Oh, dude, Camille's like splitting by. I gotta go, dude. Like, it's our base is gonna explode." Everyone recalls.
Yeah.
They lose the Baron, but Camille is already done. Like, the call is already over. And then they lose the dragon as well, and then they get short shuffled, and it's a little bit of a disaster. But I mean, pokesquad, excellent, pretty good. I mean, there was a few times where we were kind of like, okay, Super Natsuki, you're doing a little bit too much. Like, you know, chill out. You don't have to do all of that. And then he does all of that. I mean, he is top damage in this game, despite the fact that he completely ran it down a few team fights in a row. And he's 2-5-11. He's not even close to the highest gold in the game.
Yeah. Big plays from them, you know. I mean, if you keep throwing darts at the board, it's going to stick eventually, right? So
eventually it's going to stick, yeah.
And it stuck when they needed to stick.
That's true.
Subaru Natsuki, very clutch for them. And of course, picking up the most damage there, just pretty much free hitting everyone after the Shurima shuffle, with all the pressure that the Camille and the Viego, and I guess even the Zeri was able to pull there. As
the clients, puggers.
Try to take a look at the graphs, but you know, we love ride games.
A lot of ride games is really poggers.
And
anyways, regardless here, if I had an MVP vote, I feel like it would be for, I think, Lebanese.
I would agree as well.
Yeah.
Lebanese really...
He didn't do that much damage, but he just snowballed this game way out of control. And I don't know who's making the shot calling on pokesquad's side, but realistically, I feel like this was a shot call gap.
Most definitely. The fights look so much more decisive on the side of pokesquad. Even though they got picked, most of the time they were still pretty grouped up. Once they got that win con, once they knew that, you know, hey, we win these team fights. Let's group up together. Let's stick together. That was great shot calling from them. And like you said, my MVP vote also for Lebanese.
Yep.
Definitely laid the groundwork for the team fight wins. And is it usually the jungle shot call, or
It really
could
depends on
be
the teams.
anyone? Yeah.
But a lot of the shot calling is definitely done by junglers just because they have so much impact over the map.
Yeah, most definitely. So, great roams there. Great picks on the correct people. That first gank on the top lane really snowballed that Camille lane. I think at one point they're about like 50 CS up on the Sejuani. Even though Sejuani...
ZRM really struggled in that
Yeah.
lane. It was a counter pick as well.
Yeah. So...
They kept counter pick on R5 for ZRM. They picked Sejuani into Camille and then got absolutely exploded, which, isn't the greatest look. But it happens. I don't blame them. Hey, I've done it before. As I say that, we're going to go to a little bit of a break here. We'll be right back with our Game 2 in just a little bit. We'll see you later.